Most chaotic start. It literally shows you on the back of it what it is. And you're like, I don't know what it is.
It's a snowman. Okay, well then what the?
It shows you.
This one. Where did
I
this
got
one
Zoe an advent calendar for the month of December, where it is November something, November 26th. She decides to open every single one of them right now.
Okay, I got number 2, and I couldn't figure out how to put it together.
You gotta flip around your microphone. Silly girl.
I got number 2. Oh, it does tell you what it is.
So she's like, open up the first one. It was a little Iron Man. She found that out. Okay. My iPad randomly starts playing 21 Savage. Anyway, did the Iron Man. No time wasted. Second one, I have no idea. It shows her on the back of the tabs exactly what it is. She missed that. Too busy opening all of them.
We're gonna do this together.
No, too much plastic noise.
Why you gotta be such a hater?
I just don't want to, destroy people's earballs.
Earballs.
Anyway, back to the chaotic usual start of this goddamn forsaken podcast.
Everybody say welcome back, Zoe.
Just add in like the cheer noise from like any Nickelodeon show. Woo! Clapping and all. You already messed up.
How did I mess up?
I don't know. I feel like you have though.
No, I made a little snowman.
Why is he wearing a hat?
You ever seen Frosty the Snowman?
No.
You uncultured swine.
Italians don't watch that.
Do you like what I did with the microphone?
No.
It's to keep it propped up.
It's like, it's just listening to your neck. Don't do that. That was rude. Anyway. Are you really gonna do all these now?
Not this one.
Oh, okay. Just more plastic sounds.
We'll just open them and see what characters we find. We'll do
Another
the characters.
Iron Man.
Black
Looks
Widow.
like ScarJo. Yeah, usually you wait like per day leading up till Christmas. How are you gonna know what it is now?
Ah!
This is not working out.
Ah!
Just hold it with your hand, lady.
Fine. Okay.
Now how are you gonna know what it is?
Black Widow.
That's not how this works.
It is for me.
People with ADHD.
Captain America. Doctor Strange. I don't know why they didn't give him any hair. Maybe?
He doesn't have hair. He's bald.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Doctor Strange is not bald.
Doctor Strange is definitely bald.
I think this is Falcon?
Falcon?
Some bunny. Oh, wait, no, this is Doctor Strange. Yeah, this is Doctor Strange.
You having
Hope
fun?
everybody's enjoying.
The sound of plastic?
Yeah.
No. No one likes that. It's like the classic, I'm going through a tunnel. Put up a bag of chips up to your microphone.
Okay.
Child. Also, while Zoe was trying to open this box, don't... While Zoe was trying to open this box, absolutely stabbed herself viciously.
Yeah, that shit hurt really bad.
You're how old?
23.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this work one way or the other.
I really hope you don't.
See, that wasn't very loud.
The audio's not going to be very great.
It's right here. I don't know why you gave this to me right before we started.
I don't know why I give you anything.
I don't know which one this is and why he has no hair.
It's probably Nick Fury.
Nick Fury wears black.
That's racist. This is supposed to be... I don't know, he kind of wears a robe like he is in the same place Doctor Strange goes to. But I can't tell.
Oh, you know who it might be?
But he's holding like what looks like the Tesseract.
I don't know why they didn't put Loki in this. My man Loki.
You hate Loki. You don't even watch the show.
Okay, just because I don't watch the show doesn't mean I hate Loki.
That means it's not your man.
I love
When you're not supportive of him.
I'm gonna go home if you just don't quit.
Don't quit.
Damn it.
Who is this?
I don't know.
You said you started something. So you know who it might be?
I'm gonna end up hurting myself again in a second.
Oh my god.
What?
You I'm gonna hurt myself again.
Well, I just feel like I'm gonna end up stabbing myself in some sort of way.
Well,
With
don't do
something.
that. Stabbing yourself is bad.
I didn't mean to do it in the first place.
Can't trust her with big knives.
It wasn't even a big knife.
You're like Crocodile Dundee out here with that. And then right before you go,
Yeah.
my boyfriend won't let me have big ones, and now I get
Okay.
So you're gonna go through all these like before December even hits? Probably before this podcast ends.
We got Captain America. See, he has hair.
I don't know who this guy is now.
We're gonna give him a happy face. Go ahead.
Plus, why is he holding some kind of like blue cube? It looks like the Tesseract,
That's what I thought it was.
but like. And I just rewatched the first Avengers.
Captain America.
He doesn't look very festive.
Not everybody can be festive.
Captain America isn't festive. I feel like that he should be the most festive. Unboxing channel.
You know, bitches do this for sport. Sorry.
What?
Like the ASMR.
I know, it's weird. I don't understand it.
We used to get advent calendars as kids, and it was like the chocolate ones.
Same. Mine was just like one we hung on the wall that we like reused, and then my mother would just fill it up with chocolates. And then I would find the bag of like whatever the extra ones and just eat mine like days in advance, then refill it. Because I was just smart like that. I don't know why I didn't just take out the bag though.
I don't know why you're getting on me when you used to do the same shit.
That's different though.
How?
Because then I was 8. Now we're 23 and 24. Why is someone mowing their lawn right now? It's like 5:20.
I don't know. People choose to do what they want. See, he's got his
It's
little...
like dark outside.
There we are.
Green. See, wearing the time stone.
No,
Necklace. It reminds me of the episode of SpongeBob where, like, I don't need anyone outside. I got my 3 friends. That's you with your little Lego figurines.
I posted a picture like that on Snapchat once. Potato chip and
Yeah.
tissue.
He was
The
snacking.
gang's all here.
Like,
So many people like didn't get that. They were like reply. They'd be like, "What?"
huh?
And I was like, "You clearly have no taste,
No culture.
no culture."
Must be Cajun.
What?
You know, Cajun's like a racial term for white people.
I thought that was crackers.
Okay. Can't wait to move out of this place. People just be yelling whatever. Whenever.
Okay, we got all the people.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I don't know. We got some random snowman. Whoever this guy is.
That's the lady from Black Panther.
Oh no shit, it is. I don't know why I didn't process that
I
one.
don't remember the name, but like
Yeah, the
warrior.
main warrior.
She's a fucking badass.
We got her. She's gonna be.
Lopsided.
Okay, we're just gonna take your little staff away from you.
Little staff.
We have Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm. Dr.
Black
Snowman.
Widow. Some snowman. Iron Man.
Best Avenger Snowman.
Captain America. Here, we'll line them up so they can all sit next to each other.
They're all friends. Give me Iron Man. I want to check him out.
No.
Don't be rude. I said Iron Man. Not
He has to be with
Snowman.
his buddies. I'm gonna put him next to Spider-Man.
Why would you put him next to Captain America? They hate each other.
I believe in world peace.
Well, both of them are dead now.
That's so unnecessary.
It's true. I remember when Tony Stark privatized world peace. What are those extra pieces?
They're part of their little weapons.
Weapons?
You just see them right there. Okay,
Me,
fine.
me and my friends.
We're gonna put Spider-Man because he likes Mr. Stark.
I feel like it's all of them against Cap. Realistically,
Captain pisses everybody off.
I guess
all
it
the
could be
time.
next to Black Widow.
Yeah, they get along. Don't
Sometimes-
they hook up? They hooked up.
No.
No, they made out. I thought.
No, you're thinking of Bruce.
Well, I know.
Bruce and Black Widow had a thing,
I thought.
but like
Cap
you don't
did
want to see
too.
him when he's angry, you know.
You can't see them on camera.
Black Widow giving such good head that it turns the Hulk into green. The Hulk comes. Gross. Where's that Avengers movie?
That's weird.
Is it? I'm sure it's out there. Just a guy painted green like the OG one.
Hey.
Let me see Iron Man.
No.
Don't gatekeep.
Look, they're all my friends
Alright.
right there.
That's Caitlin. That's McKenna.
Hold on, please.
Why is right when I start recording chaos? Dogs barking, plastic ripping, hash slinging slasher, mowing. I'm gonna keep your little Tesseract guy. I feel like I deserve it.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll hold.
I got invited to a gift exchange.
You should gift this little figurine.
Hold on, I
What are you
gotta...
gonna re-gift? Stop that. Chaos. For what? Work?
No, for my family.
You should. So I was thinking about this. I might do this one Christmas, like way in the future, when I just have like fuck you money to spend. I'm thinking of just getting like a custom shirt with like a graphic with my face on it, and just give it to everyone for that year. Just get like 100. Whatever leftover ones, I'll just hand out at like bars. That's probably cheaper per person. Like if I spent $200 on like 50 shirts, if you bulk order it, money well spent. Just a picture of you and all your fucking Legos. My friends in there. My
These
the
are my
thumbnail.
buddies. You know what this reminds me of? These are my ladies.
What was that from?
My lady Amy.
It wasn't Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
These are my ladies. I can't. That voice is like so familiar, but I have no idea what it's from.
Big Mouth.
Is it? No. No way. Yeah.
Oh, it's from Surf's Up.
Oh. That was a good movie. Haven't seen that one in like 25 years or so.
Hold on.
No.
I'm looking up so we can get the full sound.
You just had it. Surf's Up. I feel like that doesn't check out.
I love the looks my ladies give me. I love holding the ladies. You know what I'm talking about? I think so. Sort of. Come on, babe. These are my ladies.
Okay, good as the music.
Amy, little Susie, Brianna. You know why we call her Brianna, right?
Time Stone.
It's a long story. Shaniqua, Helga, Miss Kitty, Jeannie. I dream of Teresa. This is Teresa. That was Teresa. Dirty girl.
Dirty girl. Cap. Lydia. Lydia. I should watch that. Wasn't that like a movie about penguins surfing?
Yeah.
And one of them had a shell necklace with Z on it.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Z. Wow, I'm so good at movie plots.
And they like thought he died, and then he ended up like just running away and hiding. I don't.
You don't run and hide?
I don't feel good.
Why?
I don't know.
You sick?
No.
You just came back from vacay.
I started to get sick, but I've been popping medicine like nobody's business.
I started to get sick, then I said, knock it off.
Popping this pussy.
Pop this pussy at your local Kohl's for Kohl's cash. Poppin' pussy at the Subaru summer sales event. What else?
Run down to Toyotathon.
Memorial Day Toyotathon where you could pop this pussy under 50,000 miles. We should send these ads of them.
Toyota.
I don't want
Sponsor
any of
us.
those cars. Pop that pussy though. I'll take it.
Look at them.
Anyway, why you all sick? You sound a little sickly.
I know.
And you're wrapped up in a cardigan, so that means sick. Think about it. Sick people wear cardigans. And like similar looking robes. How are we? What's new? How was Arizona? Was it hot there?
It was warm. It was like 70s.
70s?
Yeah, it was nice.
God damn. fucking cold here now. I mean, every California makes a joke where they like to, California likes to speed run winter. It was like 70s 3 weeks ago. I woke up, it was like 37 in my room. I was not popping pussy this morning, I can tell you that. It was too cold. I fell asleep cuddled in a ball because I was trying to get warm. And I never do that. I wait till I get comfortable. All right. You look at headbutt the microphone. Stupid.
I don't have a lot to talk about.
I just wanted that awkward silence and me staring at you.
Nothing really good has happened in the last
It's been
few
a
weeks.
chaotic couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have to get into that.
Not having fun. Tell you that. Not having a great time.
Not having a great time.
But banana bread at work, dude.
Banana bread at work, dude?
But banana bread at work, dude?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. But scratching your eye and it still itches?
Hell no.
No.
Getting paid a lot, dude, and not getting, or working a lot, dude, and not getting paid a lot, dude. Hell no.
I have a friend that does that voice pretty well.
It's I don't know if I said this to you last night, but I said it to someone. I'm like, I wonder in 1,000 years, how they're gonna encapsulate our generation and the
You're
previous
telling me.
generation. It's just gonna be stupid ass trends and whatnot. Why won't this show literally anything else? Pop this pussy at your local summer sales event. Ugh, they changed their subreddit.
You know what I was doing last night?
What?
I went into a deep dive of Colts.
Colts or Coles? Or people named Cole?
Cole's Cash.
Coles. You text me a picture at 2 a.m. It's just Cole's logo on your wall, and it's just a bunch of strings connected to each other across your room. You're like Coles to Colt to people named Cole.
No, Colts.
What'd you get into?
There was one specifically. I think they did a Netflix documentary on it. I was on TikTok. And then this girl popped up on my page, and she was a cult survivor.
Yeah.
And she's a daughter of one of the pastors that had over 80 wives, I think.
I know, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was looking into it, and then I got really deep into this. It was weird. But
It was called Our Father, the documentary on Netflix.
I think so. But I started watching on that, and then it brought me into a bunch of people that have survived and left cults. And then I was watching celebrities that were in cults, and then I got into the wilderness camps. The teen wilderness camps.
Okay.
They basically
Educate me.
It's for troubled teens. It's awful. It's really, really awful what they do. But it's parents will see these flyers or this website that is this troubled teen wilderness camp that says basically if you have a troubled teen, you can send them there, and it's supposed to help them learn discipline or whatever.
Shade type shit.
Yeah. Well, the way that 90% of these do them, they go and kidnap these kids in the middle of the night from their house and drive them across country to the wilderness. And half these kids are from what the survivors have said, they say that they force them to take pictures of them smiling, they force them to smile, and they're basically abused. And
the picture parts is weird.
So basically they kidnap them, and they're living in the wilderness with the hiking backpacks, and they're just deprived of food and water. So if they do something bad, they don't get any water. They're forced to hike for hours upon hours of the day, in the hot sun. They don't sleep in tents or cabins or anything like that. They're forced to sleep out in nature. And a lot of the pictures, a lot of the things that the survivors had said is people, the people in charge would take pictures and force them to smile so that they look happy for their parents. And so they haven't been shut down because I think it like rides the line of like abuse level, which is really,
it's like if they're minors and then their parents are like, yeah, let's do it, then it's like a weird line to a weird legality part of it, because like technically, you know, they're not of age of consent.
right.
They're not adults, and their parents still have a say over them. And if the parents sign off on it, then it's just kind of like, all right, we're doing this.
Let me see.
Okay, let's go.
I'm going to look up Newport Academy Teen Wilderness Treatment.
What's the pricing like?
Make a positive change in your teen's behavior. Through decades of scientific inquiry, researchers have identified what works and what doesn't when it comes to overcoming adolescent behavior challenges. At Newport Academy, connection is at the foundation of our philosophy of care, building trust within a therapeutic relationship and repairing ruptures within a family. Relationships have been demonstrated as the most beneficial way to elicit lasting change. We accomplish this by... There's just a bunch of shit. Let me see.
They probably don't post the pricing, I imagine.
It's like a bunch of like fake ass pictures.
That's weird. Just the picture part. Smile, like I can't imagine it's like a. I imagine it's very forced. Yikes. What are we reading?
I'm trying to find. What are the sleeping arrangements like? We offer comfortable gender-specific rooms with private baths and all the amenities necessary to create a serene, healing environment. Will my insurance cover my teen stay at Newport's residential treatment facilities? It doesn't say how much it costs.
See, I know there's things like that, and like, you know, some are actually good for people that need it. Okay, it's a person literally standing in the woods with just bags.
You can tell they clearly like don't
not want to be there.
have showers,
What the
haven't been
fuck?
cleaned.
And you could tell like all these fucking photos are forged.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
Smelling through the pictures. It's like, what does this solve? It's no like real mental health type shit. It's like you're just trying to get the fuck home at that point. Why they film it
Oh,
like
this is
that?
the other thing that
There's a show about it?
12 Passengers YouTube channel.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear about that?
No.
Hold on.
This is weird.
You didn't hear about the 12 Passengers YouTube mom that got arrested for child abuse?
Mm-mm.
That's another fucked up deep dive I did. There's this mom that was on YouTube for a lot of years, and the YouTube name channel was like 12 Passengers or something like that.
Okay.
This mom has like 6 or 7 kids, I think. I can't remember exactly. But there's like reports of the kids basically saying that like she was abusing them, like keep not giving them food, like really awful punishments for like a 6-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's one video where it's not really like, she doesn't film it, but it was like not caught on camera fully, but you can tell like just the way that the kids were reacting. So like one of the girls, she was like maybe 4, And she was like, oh, we're going to go to the movies. And the daughter goes, what movie are we going to see? And the mom fucking loses it. And she's like, why does it matter? Do you even want to go? Like, you don't deserve to go. Just like out of nowhere.
Okay. Just ask a simple question.
Right. So she recently got arrested. And then came out saying that she has a relationship with her like business partner. So like, hold on.
You really went on this dive.
Yeah, I also went into a dive of SeaWorld this morning.
That's a good one.
That one makes me so mad.
Blackfish was such a fucking good documentary and so fucking sad at the same time.
I haven't seen it, but I think...
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, you got homework to do tonight.
I know, I'm going to watch it when I get home. I was watching a lot of... I don't know. I go into, like, deep dives and stuff like this.
That documentary fucking ruined SeaWorld and Six Flags.
SeaWorld is...
No more now. Like, when that shit came out... This is like a actual family, not adopted or anything.
Oh, yeah, like another thing. Her daughter, again, like 6 years old, forgets to bring her lunch to school. She forgot it at home. And the mom literally captures it on camera saying, that's her consequence, and I'm not sending any money for her to get hot lunch because she forgot. That's her responsibility. The kid's like fucking 6. No, you dumb bitch. It's your responsibility. She can fucking barely learn how to tie her shoes, let alone remember her lunch.
Jesus Christ. 6 years old.
You don't need food.
And this is a YouTube channel?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Well, we have 6 children. The 2 youngest are showing long patterns of selfishness.
Long patterns?
To repent.
They're like fucking children.
We let them know that the Christmas morning, their 4 older siblings will be getting Christmas presents to open, and that they will have the gift of love from their dad and I.
What the fuck?
I cannot wait to hug them and to smell them and to lick them.
Weird.
Yeah, she got arrested. Like, the way that they found out, like, I guess the neighbors were, like, suspicious of, her behaviors and, like, the kids, because something always seemed off. But then she duct taped her 2 younger children to chairs and refused to feed them for, like, a few days on end. And then the youngest boy ended up escaping and climbing out of a window and then running to the neighbors. And the neighbor, it's, like, on video somewhere.
Yeah.
And the neighbor is on the phone with the police, and it's like he clearly has marks from something, like he hasn't been fed, he's hungry, blah blah blah. So she gets arrested. And then the daughter, one of the older daughters, posted something on Instagram. This like happened a couple months ago. Posted something on Instagram and was like, of her at the court, at one of the court cases, and it just said finally, and it was like her mom in handcuffs, I think. And yeah, so she pretty much documented her abuse to her children on camera, which is crazy to me.
What if the channel's still up?
I think it might have gotten taken down.
Because it would have been maybe like you used fucking the Wayback Machine. It'd be interesting to go look at the comments and shit.
Yeah, it's been really like she sent her kid to the wilderness teen therapy thing, which is already fucked up as it is, like just the amount of abuse that happens there. But then she's an abusive parent, and so she sent her teenage son, like it literally is documented of her son saying like, oh, my bedroom got taken away from me, like he wasn't allowed to have his bedroom.
All right.
Like what?
Uh-huh.
and then I went to SeaWorld deep dive today, and that one just fucking broke my heart.
Yeah. I'm surprised you've never seen that documentary.
I know, I need to watch it. What's your take?
On which one?
SeaWorld.
I'd never cared for it even before that interview came out. Because, like, they had a big one. I think the one in Vallejo was a SeaWorld for a while. I don't think it technically still is, but I think they still have animals there. And I don't know, like, even as, like, me as a kid, I'm like, this just feels icky. Like, I don't really even care for zoos just because, like, I don't know.
The fact that they're all in captivity.
Yeah, it's like, you know, these fucking animals are meant to roam, like, hundreds of miles a day and shit like that.
And they're confined to a very small space.
They're confined to, like, 1,000 square foot lot. But that documentary was was incredibly sad, but, like, it was such good I want to say, like, in between, like, just how they told it, this whole story about, you know, what they're doing and how it's fucked up and how, like, emotional whales could be, because a lot of it was just kind of like I won't spoil a lot of it, but, like, there was one where, like, they had this huge fucking whale Tilikum.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at today.
The main one. So, like, eventually they bred Tilikum. They had babies, and, like, immediately they, like, took the baby, and you could just hear, like, the mom fucking crying in her tank for, like, days and weeks on end, just, like, moping around.
Yeah, because that's what I got sucked into today was Tilikum, and, like, how was Tilikum a female or male?
I think I want to say she was a female. I thought she was the mom. I could be wrong.
I don't know, but, like, how Tilikum killed the trainer.
Yeah.
Donna, I think was her name. Dawn. And I was looking into that because it seemed like in some of the, like, when they first announced it, they were blaming Tilikum, but it's like, it's not. I don't think it's either the animal nor the person's fault, because there was, like, reports of it from what I saw that she was running out of fish, and then he didn't hear the whistle saying basically, like, you're doing a good job, come back and get your treat. And then he's, you know, an animal trapped in captivity having to do X amount of shows a day.
Yeah, I don't remember the full thing about it, but it was like they wanted this whole thing about, like, you know, the trainer was like, you know, she was really good to them, and it was pretty much trying to take pressure off her, because, like, she was actually good to the animals. She took care of them. She spent extra hours just to, like, be around them and make sure they're good, and it was something like that where it was like, bless you. It was something like that where it was like, you know, miscommunication between the trainer and the animal didn't hear, and it was like, yeah, where the fuck's my food? And then, yeah, it was interesting.
I remember hearing about it, like, the original report saying that she got dragged down by her ponytail. I think that was back in, like, 2000.
She was getting dragged down with her foot.
Yeah, because they first thought it was by her hair, but then it was actually by her, like, her arm or her leg or something.
I think what it was is, like, she was dragging her down by her foot, and then, like, would take her to the bottom of the tank, and then let her go. She resurfaces, take her again, but, like, she used to be an experienced diver, so, like, she's got the, all right, I gotta focus on my breathing and my, you know. So it was like that happened for a while before she eventually drowned.
Did they get that on video?
Yeah. Well, I think it was, like, security footage, I think, just showing the documentary of, like, the tank, but it wasn't, like, someone live videoing, because obviously if it was live, it'd be like, we gotta fucking get someone. But I think there was video of, like, her pulling her out and the whale after the fact.
Yeah, and then they just kept the whale in, like, a little tank after
baby tank. That whale was fucking huge. I don't think she's still alive, but that whale's fucking. No, it was, like, one of the biggest, like.
Tilikum was big, and it was
fucking huge.
And she died in 2017.
And they kept her in, like, a tiny baby tank.
And then still forced her to do shows, and then would just have her come out, like, see the people, and then go back.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it was shitty. The whole. But yeah, fucking SeaWorld pretty much went under. Because, like, after the fact, in the documentary too, they talk about. I'm probably gonna watch it tonight. They talk about the lawsuits and shit, and, like, how they're trying to defend, like, what happened, and all this shit. It's like, I don't know.
I'm gonna look. Really
Some
quick.
people are so money hungry, especially in like corporations, where like you're exploiting the animals, like one way or another.
Okay, so Tilikum was a male orca who spent most of his life at SeaWorld Orlando. He was
Yeah.
captured in Iceland in 1983. A year later, he was
Damn.
transferred to Sealand of the Pacific in the
30
British
years.
Columbia. Then in 1992, he was transferred to SeaWorld. That's just so sad. Oh, yeah, he died January 6, 2017. Involvement in the deaths of 3 people. And then he had...
Yeah, I don't remember the other incidences. I just remember the trainer one. I'm trying to find.
Oh, Kelty. I remember Kelty. Kelty Byrne.
Okay.
Daniel Dukes. Okay, so Kelty Byrne was a trainer at the now defunct Sealand of the Pacific. Daniel P. Dukes was a man trespassing in SeaWorld. And then Don Brancho, which is where I think they did the trainer.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember the Kelty one, but I remember. So, Kelty was a Canadian student animal trainer and competitive swimmer. She'd been working with orcas, Tilikum, Nootka, Haida at the Sealand of Pacific to earn extra money. Byrne was working a shift when she slipped and fell into the pool. Witnesses recalled that Byrne screamed and panicked after realizing that one of the whales, later identified as Tilikum, was holding her foot and dragging her underwater.
Mm-hmm.
One witness described the theme park as looking unkept, like a gray theme park on its last legs, as kind of a dingy swimming pool, and claimed to have heard Byrne screaming, "I don't want to die," while her eyes went wide in the water. According to the coroner's report, rescue attempts were thwarted by the whales, who refused to let Byrne go. Even after she was believed to have fallen unconscious in the water, her corpse was later retrieved with a large net after she was determined to be deceased. Her death was ruled an accident.
Yeah. And that's the other thing is like SeaWorld, I think for the most part, like swept her under the rug.
I'm going to look up Daniel's. Daniel was 27, from South Carolina, the second of 3 deaths attributed to Tilikum. SeaWorld maintained that Dukes was a vagrant who climbed into Tilikum's pool and drowned, while the coroner's report, along with animal rights advocates for Tilikum, have pointed out that Duke's corpse was found severely mutilated by the whale. Dukes is generally regarded by the media as a trespasser and nuisance rather than a direct victim of Tilikum, although his perception has been challenged with the release of the documentary Blackfish.
Yeah, I don't know if they had that guy in.
Don
That documentary came out in like 2013 or some shit.
worked with orcas at SeaWorld for 15 years, including a leading role revamping the Shamu show. She was SeaWorld's poster girl. She was killed by orca Tilikum. Tilikum was also involved in the deaths of 2 other people. So they don't go into a lot about her. Cause of death, blunt force trauma, and drowning. Yeah, because I remember hearing about Dawn, because that was in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when it first came out, saying that she was pulled down by her hair, but she was later told that she was pulled down by her arms. Or her leg or something.
Some limb.
But it's just so sad. Like, I don't really like zoos either, just because I don't believe in animal captivity. I think it's unfair and cruel. And then for people, like, I don't know if a bunch of people originally blamed Tilikum, but it's like, you take the poor whale away from its natural habitat, you move it around for 2 years, then you finally force it into a tank that's not big in any sense, and then you get mad at it for losing it because he's trapped in captivity for 10 plus years.
Yeah. It's hard to blame the whale when you take a 60-foot length whale and put it in a fucking swimming pool and then just,
Like, what are you
use it for entertainment.
Right. Like, what are you gonna do if you fucking go on a safari and say a kid runs out into the lion habitat and messes with something? Are you gonna blame the fucking kid or the fucking lion? You're gonna blame the kid.
Right.
You're gonna blame the parents for not watching the kid running out into the lion's den on a safari in Africa where you're in their territory.
Right.
That's why whenever you go to places like Tahoe and you see a bear and you see cubs, you go the other way.
Right.
You don't mess with cubs. because you don't know where mama is.
Let me pet that dog.
Like, it's just, animals are not, I don't know, even if I go to Six Flags, I never go into the animal attraction areas.
It's like you're going to their habitat and you're getting mad that they're being protective.
Right, like, what would you do if
Like,
you...
You put a fucking house on their old house.
They're
They're probably going to be pissed.
Like, what would we do in the circumstance of, say, a mom saw somebody fucking with their kid and the mom goes up and
Right.
screams at the person fucking with their kid, and then you're gonna blame the mom? No, you would never blame a mom in a million years. That's their kid.
Yeah.
How are you gonna do that to animals?
Right.
Same thing.
Same
You
shit.
took them away from their natural habitat. You get kidnapped. Are you gonna blame the person, or are you gonna blame, the kidnappee or whatever? No, you're gonna blame the person that you fucking kidnapped.
Yeah.
You. Like,
It's
come on.
stupid. And there's like a very clear line of like zoo and fucking SeaWorld and shit, and like animal sanctuaries where like they're, there to get recovered for whatever injury, and then they get set out, but they don't just fucking exploit poor little animal.
It just makes me mad.
Yeah.
Like, animal sanctuaries, okay. Yeah, like you said, it's a rehabilitation center for the most part. I mean, there are some out there that I'm sure are not, like I went to Thailand for 3 months and I went to an elephant rehabilitation center, and you could tell that they actually took care of them. Like, the elephants had a chain around one of their feet, but they still had free range to walk around, and they weren't being abused. You would feed them. They were really well taken care of. It wasn't like locked in a tiny cage. It was like very open space.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
This is one I follow. I follow a kangaroo sanctuary in Australia because kangaroos are the fucking shit. Zoe knows because I'll just send her whatever random kangaroo picture.
kangaroos are fucking scary.
They're so cool. I want one.
Are you kidding me? Can you imagine a fucking kangaroo squaring up on you? Fuck no.
Not like a little baby one. Like I want to ride in its pouch. But like it's like, I don't know how big their lot is, but it's like it just looks like a huge ass fucking safari. It's like a real huge land. Anyway, this was their most famous one, named Roger. He was a fucking muscle monster.
That's fucking terrifying. I'm sorry,
And
that's fucking
and
terrifying.
it's funny because it's like,
That's not a kangaroo. That's a man. That is a man.
it's funny because it's like, I gotta find a better picture of him. It's funny because like then you'll hear people that like live in Australia their whole life, and they're like, there's nothing like kangaroos. Them are just fucking like dumb nuisances. When everyone that doesn't live, they're like, oh, they're so cute, and they're like, there's nothing fucking scarier than here's Roger.
Roger's a man.
Roger's
a fucking
Roger
man.
can fuck someone up.
That's not a kangaroo. That is a man. Roger! Our dear Roger was so cute and handsome, super strong and scary all at the same time. Like, okay. First of all, aw, baby kangaroo. So cute.
I want that.
Roger!
I want to hire him as my bodyguard.
Oh, so cute. How sweet.
Roger.
Roger. Oh,
You got
oh, kangaroo. So cute. Roger.
so funny.
He's a man. That is fully a man.
Roger's a fucking yoked.
Then there's some random camel.
Well, I mean, yeah. They're not just limited to kangaroos.
I'm sorry, but Roger...
But it's like, this is a safari. Like, there's no fence behind him. He's still on, like, 1,000,000 acres and, the outback.
Roger looks like he's about to fucking square up with you, break a beer bottle over his own head, and still walk away fine.
Break it over his own head and then use it as a shank.
Yeah, Roger looks like he's seen some shit.
Roger looks like Kangaroo Jack.
Roger...
Boxing her and everything.
Roger looks like fucking Rambo.
Roger looks like that fucking kangaroo that took that dog and put him in a headlock, and then the guy drove up and fucking knocked his shit.
You know what I imagine Sylvester Stallone
Hey,
looking like as an animal?
kangaroo.
Roger, specifically.
Here's your little Tesseract guy.
Who is this?
I don't know. He's been poking my leg.
It's really annoying. I don't know
Anyway.
who he is.
Yeah, I don't like SeaWorld. I think they're fucking trash. I don't even care for Six Flags all that much. I feel like Great America is better. Oh, okay, we're just laying. My friend's in there. And then the whole cult shit. I think we talked about this like not that long ago because I was asking about it. So Zoe's always my ass about religious stuff because I'm not very religious and you grew up religious. And I'm like, why do you think like there's so many cults that are like so off the beaten path but are still like very religious based? Like all the fucking like Jim Jones and fucking a lot of Mormon cults that just one guy being like, I am the Messiah. You guys follow me now. Or like whack shit like the Our Father documentary where it was literally like one guy. No, it was like one guy and then his son took over and then him and the brother each had like fucking like 45 wives.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking weird.
Well, from what I know about, so it's kind of a weird stance to be on. I grew up Christian, and like it's hard because a lot of the times people are kind of strayed away from Christianity because of the super intense ones,
Mm-hmm.
like the Bible thumpers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so in the Mormon religion, they basically believe in like having, I can't remember the guy's name, but it's not like God or Jesus himself. It's like
Ted Cruz.
it's a physical person, and so from what I understand with
The
Mormon
Pope?
cults,
Oh, yeah, that's Catholic.
yeah, no, not the Pope.
Love that guy. Pope Francis is kind of the shit, though. Like, I'm not religious, but, like, I follow Pope Francis on Twitter.
Not Pope Francis.
He's kind of a cool guy. Anyway,
Hold on.
Zoe's putting up her hair for all the audio listeners. Getting the hair bun ASMR. Nice.
I used the camera to be my mirror.
You just want to look at yourself. Scratch, scratch, scratch.
I'm scratching my
You
leg,
start
by the
kicking
way.
your other leg like a dog. Anyway, cults.
So, from what I know about Mormon cults, there's usually one man, which is the pastor, kind of like an Our Father, that is believed to be the highest, the high priest, essentially. And that's not how it is in Christianity. In Christianity, there's the Holy Trinity, which is Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
So in Mormons' culture, it's not that way. So from the cults, there's like, they kind of believe that whoever like is the high priest is supposed to be essentially Jesus in their culture. So then they believe that having 3 wives, you essentially made it. So if you have more than 3 wives, you're super holy, but it's not real religion.
Okay.
Mormonism is fake.
Dude, the fucking temple in Salt Lake City is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird fucking sight. Like, I don't know, I was there for a wedding a couple years, and I was, like, in this Uber driving past it, and I'm like, is that the temple all the way out there? And the guy's like, yeah. I go, this looks a little crazy.
Jesus Christ Church of Latter-day Saints.
Looks like the fucking Jedi temple from Star Wars. It's just in the middle of the town, just this giant fucking mecca. I'm like, okay, get me out of here.
Yeah, so Mormonism is very different, but there are a lot of Mormon cults because, like, they have a very structured belief of, like, if you're not doing exactly what we say, then you're unholy or you're not going to make it into heaven. Where it's like a lot of people could argue that Christianity is the same, but it's different in a sense where we still believe in the power of, like, free will. And at the end of the day, in Christianity, if you are like admitting to your sins or I can't remember the fucking word.
What?
Repenting for your sins, then you're essentially forgiven. Like, Jesus forgives all. And so it's kind of a weird way to talk. I don't know how to explain it the best, but in Mormon cults, they are very specific. Like, Mormonism, you can't drink caffeine because that's a gateway to sin.
Of course.
Right.
Coke,
You
though,
can't
is
go
free
out.
game.
Right. Sugar, caffeine, drugs, obviously. Like, it's all a gateway to sin. And, like, you can't go out on Sundays because that's the Lord's day. So it's supposed to be spent either in church or with the family.
Or sucking God's dick. Anyway. That's what they want.
And so
God's day. Anything for you, big man.
I'm not affiliated with this.
Not sponsored by God. Sponsored by the Mormon Temple. God damn it. Anyway, continue.
Fucking idiot. If anybody ever wondered what it's like on a daily basis trying to have a normal conversation with Christian, this is it.
I gotta make jokes at the most appropriate times.
Inappropriate.
That was the most appropriate time for a sucking God's dick joke.
Stop saying it. It's weird.
You think he was packing?
Shut the I hate it here.
I don't think he was.
I look like a little bean.
Oh, shit. You know what you look like? You look like the grandparents from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. They're all sitting, like, sleeping, like, head to feet in the giant...
Bring that to me.
Charlie bit my finger. Not the same.
Oh, chocolate.
What is... I'm surprised no one's done a mashup of that. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and the Chocolate Guy. Should have been like, Grandpa bites chocolate bars. Chocolate! Chocolate! And starts dancing. Anyway, back to colds.
Anyways, now that we're done with all of that.
Back to business.
Yeah, so Mormonism is essentially just a cult altogether. I mean,
Just a bigger cult that's like made it.
yeah, but then there's like smaller formed cults in like different religions. So like one of the priest or pastor, I don't know exact terminology of what they are considered in the Mormon church, but sorry. But they would like ask young girls like questions, like they have control over like what you wear, who you talk to, what you do, stuff like that. So it's like very inappropriate. Like there's a specific underwear that you have to wear in Mormon churches.
G-strings only. That'd be whack. Dudes and chicks.
Let me see.
Just be flossing.
Oh,
Oh my god, Black Widow fell. Step Widow. I'm stuck. I think one fell.
it's the Tesseract guy.
It's the Tesseract guy.
Whatever.
I hope you have a
What?
figurine of Phil Coulson.
I started typing. Whatever.
Did you ever watch Agents of the Shield? Just a side question.
No.
Okay.
So it's called temple undergarments.
Oh, that looks like a baseball's outfit.
Yeah, so the priest would essentially ask if the young women had been wearing their undergarments. It's very inappropriate. Like, not okay.
Oh, like they would. That's whack.
Let me see. I'm
Wearing
gonna
your
look up.
undergarments today? It looks like they're about to go try out for the Yankees. That outfit.
So the key elements of the faith include belief in the God, the Father, His Son, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit, belief in modern prophets, and continuing revelation.
This is modern prophets, like people that don't claim to be.
Mormons believe that the people of the Book of Mormon lived in the Western Hemisphere, that Christ appeared in the Western Hemisphere after his death and resurrection, that the true faith was restored in upstate New York by Joseph Smith, and that the Garden of Eden was located in North America, and that the New Jerusalem.
Yikes. Upstate New York, for sure not. Dude, imagine if God had a fucking New Jersey accent. Crazy.
Main Mormon rules, sometimes they're called laws. Members of the faith are well known for a lifestyle that includes paying, tithing, which is normal in Christianity, but it's not like a requirement. It's more of like a if you feel given to give to the church.
But also if you don't, then you get
Yeah.
looked at bad.
Not necessarily in every Christian church, but I assume Mormon churches, yes.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
Conservative dress and grooming, a law of health known as the word of wisdom, morality, honest integrity, Sunday Sabbath observance, and the dedication to families and communities. Mormons have a health code that eschews alcoholic beverages, tobacco, tea, coffee, and addictive substances. They tend to be very family-oriented and have strong connections across generations with extended family, reflecting their belief that families can be sealed together beyond death.
Not me. Not
So
it.
this is interesting, but this says the practice of polygamy is strictly prohibited in the church, which is where cults come more into play, because in the Mormon church, polygamy is not okay. But in Mormon cults, polygamy is like...
Sought after.
Yeah. So a lot of cults that you see that were Mormon are men with multiple wives, and like there's a lot of, from what I've heard, when the girls come of age, which is like 15, they're
Which
already
isn't of age really, but
yeah, that's still very illegal.
that's
They're
like
being
a freshman,
told already, like, oh, this is who you're gonna marry, and sometimes it would be like
a
their
4-year-old
uncle.
dude. Yeah,
right.
fucking weird, dude. Along with the other 35 wives.
What is the most controversial Mormon belief? Polygamy. Polygamy is perhaps the most controversial early Mormon practice and was key contributing factors for Smith's murder. Under heavy pressure, Utah would not be accepted as a state if polygamy was practiced. The church formally and publicly renounced the practice in 1890.
It's weird of all, like, Utah. It's just, like, a religious state.
This is funny. What are 5 things Mormons can't do? Ethics. Mormons believe that it is important to lead their lives in a way that is pleasing to God. Honesty. The 13th article of faith says we believe in being honest. Alcohol, tobacco, tea, coffee, and drugs. Gambling. Language. Occult practices. So sometimes families are led into the wrong type of religion because they're told it's like a Mormon church, but really it's an occult, and they don't realize it, even though it's against Mormon beliefs. I don't know, I just believe that Mormonism is a cult in itself, but there are...
So it sounds like, I mean, all Mormons sounds like Bible thumpers, but it sounds like cults are Bible thumpers that just want to fuck.
Cults are weird.
At that point.
Can Mormons kiss before marriage? Aside from counseling against passionate kissing before marriage, church leaders have not given specific guidelines about when kissing is permitted for youth. Can a Mormon marry a non-Mormon? Marrying a non-member is allowed, however, the marriage ceremony cannot be done in the temple.
You know what I've noticed? Because I'll watch any fucking documentary about these whack-ass cults that are just wherever in the world. None of them are, like, good-looking. Like, how are you going to be ugly and still pull, like, 55 wives?
I dated a Mormon once.
How was that?
His mom was psycho.
Was he into soaking? Because that's my next topic. The next topic in my brain. It's
wasn't into soaking.
Oh, I remember that guy. Hey, I like that photo. I'm gonna go back and unlike it.
I can't even get into that account anymore. That's the funny thing.
Which account is that?
Mama Zoe.
That's a thing.
It was my Finsta.
Now it's
Yeah, I got logged out of it.
So the other part, now that I can segue into it, it's so interesting. These like random interviews people go on BYU campus.
I saw one that was at the BYU campus yesterday, and it was not soaking, but it was something where it's derf. This girl was like, my mom doesn't know that I derf, and it's essentially grinding with jeans on.
Derf.
I'm gonna go on Reddit and look up Mormon.
Stupid ass name. Look up the soaking subreddit. I really hope that's not a subreddit. Derfing, grinding in jeans. That sounds painful.
Are there videos?
It's like you're repenting while sinning at the same time.
It just said not safe for work. Request: are there videos of Mormons soaking? I think it would be interesting to watch. Reddit
Someone
is wild.
requested that.
Okay, somebody replied, ex-Mormon here. Hate to say it, but I have never seen evidence of soaking ever actually happening, either in person or in porn. Mormons are famously gullible. I mean, have you looked at what they believe? I think the real driver behind that urban legend is Mormons who heard it from a cousin or a friend of a mission companion they had. I'd love to be proven wrong, though. I have some good scandalous porn that pokes fun at religion. Edit. Apparently I was unaware of the role that the jumper plays in soaking. I've been educated past the mind bleach, please. Edit 2. For anyone wondered what soaking is, here's a non-serious safe for work answer in the form of a comic. I'm soaking. Excuse me. Okay. Soaking is a practice used by some Mormons to engage in premarital sexual activity without angering God. Basically, a guy soaks his penis inside a girl without moving because it's the motion that makes it a sin. This is effective because God is a T-Rex and his vision is based on movement.
It's based on what?
Movement!
He said that so confidently. He says, because God is a T-Rex and his vision is based on movement. Oh my God.
Somebody said, what made you not be a Mormon? Somebody replied, probably Mormonism. Then somebody else replied, the soaking. Somebody replied to that and said, the lack of soaking.
I'm just getting no pussy regardless.
Okay, let's just look. Soaking, ? A Mormon thing. Not safe for work. I'm in Nevada doing some work. Mormon religion and lifestyle comes up a lot in conversation. We are very close to the Utah border. One of the guys on my crew mentioned soaking is a big Mormon thing, basically sticking your dick in a girl without moving it. Is this true? Is this something done a lot in the young Mormon community?
Mm-hmm.
We're wondering and need answers. I wanna... Oh man, that's a man on the floor dying.
Oh. Is he soaking though?
No.
Mormonism, I guess. I really want to know, but don't want to know. There's a soaking subreddit.
I don't see... Nope, it's just about to get into a lot of porn. Let's see.
Nothing we've been afraid of in this household.
I want to look up a Mormon subreddit.
I want to look up a soaking.
When you're at BYU and get woken up by your boyfriend or by your roommate cursing out her boyfriend for pumping twice during a soaking session.
Are you serious? Turn up the volume.
I think that's from something
Yeah, I
else.
think-
Mormon weddings have ruined all other weddings because most Mormon weddings are seriously between two 19-year-olds who have known each other for fewer than 6 months.
Yes.
When I go to a normal wedding, I'm like, where's the subplot? Where's the intrigue? They're just gonna go marry this person that you know extremely well and have had a loving relationship with for multiple years. You've met their mom more than
Tell me you grew up Mormon without telling me you grew up Mormon. I had a coffee for the first time and had a panic attack because I thought my mom would be able to smell the coffee on me and I would get addicted. Oh my god, somebody replied, I touched myself and told a middle-aged man about it. Yeah, because the priest, they sit you down and they ask you if you've committed any sins and you have to tell them.
I just found a subreddit with 28 members in it called Soaking.
What?
And the last activity was a year ago. There's only 2 things on it. There's a post and there's one of just a picture of a weird looking giraffe. The post is just anyone soaking, and someone goes, I'm soaking right now. And the OP goes, I knew someone was out there soaking. Another goes, I'm soaking crazy hard right now.
If anybody doesn't know what soaking is basically what Mormons do to not commit sin and have sex before marriage.
It's literally like
You and your partner, you pretty much, the man is putting the penis inside of the woman.
and that's
And
it.
you have a person
You just leave it.
move the bed so that you're not moving.
No, it's just leaving it in and that's it. We'll get into that. Anyway,
No,
this,
it's not.
the second thing is I'm soaking crazy hard right now. OP goes, you soggy bitch.
Okay,
So the whack shit about these fucking BYU interviews is all the fucking girls are go like the interviewer like, you ever soaked? Be like, yeah, I soak a lot, but like, you know, it's only really good if like how the bed is. And the guy's like, what do you mean? Like, you know, like the springy ones where like you can move a lot. Like those are just the best. I'm like, you're just fucking at that point. You're leaving it in and then going. You're just fucking. And how did they not see that?
I just found one.
Which one?
Mormon soaking. So it became a thing on TikTok of ex-Mormons mentioning soaking. As a previous member of the church who grew up in Utah, not once did I hear about it in the 25 years of life until recently. Many of my friends who were and still are in the church themselves have never heard of it or partook. Was this a common thing for anyone growing up? When during the act would you decide it was time to end the soaking? Somebody replied, I remember soaking with my wife when we were teenagers. It was the first time we had intercourse. It lasted about 5 seconds. It takes place during that time when you don't know what you're doing, but you've inserted your penis into a vagina. It's that wow moment right before you start thrusting. Soaking is not real.
I'm convinced soaking's real.
I think it is.
I think people are just too ashamed to talk about it. Or they're like, they're crazy kids type subject.
I caught my sister and now brother-in-law soaking less than 1 month before they were supposed to get married in the temple. According to them, soaking isn't having sex, and their bishop punished them by not having them take the sacrament for 2 weeks. Because according to the bishop, anything harsher would mean the wedding would be out and on hold, which would be embarrassing for them. They got married in the big house at age 19.
What is a sacrament?
It's the... I gotta look.
Googling religious things and borderline pornography podcast. That should be the title. It's too long though. This one's gonna be like Cold SeaWorld and Soaking. That's gonna be the title.
In the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Holy Sacrament of the Lord's Supper, most often simply referred to as a sacrament, is an ordinance in which participants eat bread and drink water. Oh, so it's communion.
Okay.
But it's water because Mormons can't have alcohol.
It's just McDonald's Sprite.
It's the body and the blood
Uncaffeinated.
of Jesus Christ. I want to see, because soaking, okay, first of all, soaking is, there must be another term, because there's another term where it's like soaking, where you're just sitting there in the
That's
girl. But then there's another one where you have a friend that's like pushing the bed.
But that's just fucking.
But you're not. The reason that there's a theory behind it where it's like, okay, but if you have a friend push the bed and mimic the movements, you're not actually doing the sin because you're not the one physically moving. I know what you mean. I understand. It's just that is what
They're
it
fucking delusional.
They're in a cult. I'm in love with a Mormon. I don't know what to do.
Fuck them. Let's read it.
Hi guys, throwaway here because I do not want this connected to my main. I grew up with this guy, we'll call him A, and I had a pretty hardcore crush on him throughout high school. The feelings were not returned. We remained good friends until we graduated in 2015. Earlier this year, I ran into A and we really hit it off. I was surprised he was even interested considering the fact I'm not Mormon. I never have been and never will be. We've been taking things slow, but I really am head over heels. Am I crazy for thinking this could work? Should I run for the hills like some of my friends are telling me to? Has anyone seen this arrangement work before? Everyone else in his family married someone from the church. I'm nervous I won't be accepted into that life, especially since I'm not white. Any advice is appreciated.
Ooh, not white. Dude, I tell you, bitches, literally everyone in Salt Lake City in Utah I've ever been in, they all look the same. Super white, super blonde. They all fucking dress the same. It's like Autumn Girl or Christian Girl Autumn, but as a state. Is that?
Okay, I, 33 male, soaked a Mormon girl and made her come.
Really? That's all it takes?
Damn, this one's kind of long. Okay,
Probably
last
so
year
is-
I was staffed on a project in Provo, so I was traveling there every other week. I had never been around so many Mormons before, but found all the rules and restrictions so funny. As an Asian guy in Mormon country, I stood out, and one girl in the office was super friendly, a bit too friendly. She told me how she loved K-pop and pho, which I found funny because I'm Chinese.
He's just saying shit to be like, oh,
I
love
love
your
K-pop
culture.
and pho.
I love chopsticks. Same shit.
God, your hair, is that its natural color?
Exactly.
At the end of the
your people's hair.
One night, she asked if I wanted to join her friends to go bowling. I haven't bowled since high school, but I guess this is what they do in Utah.
Very accurate.
At the end of the night, 9 p.m., haha, she asked if I wanted to come watch a movie at her place. Mormon or not, I got the signal, but I had no idea what to expect since I knew Mormons didn't really date non-Mormons or hook up. But how could I miss an opportunity to see where this led? Worst thing, it would be a good story. After innocently picking a movie to watch, she confessed she was really into Asian guys but wasn't allowed to date Asians because she was Mormon, and said because I was a good guy that she would date me if I converted. I had no intention of that, but I told her she was a great catch, which she was. She used to play volleyball and had this smoking athletic body with a girl next door look. I thought the night might end after I basically dodged the prompt about converting, but she started to take off her dress. Holy shit, her breasts looked perfectly perky under her bra.
A little descriptive.
Okay.
He's reliving it in his head as he's typing it out.
He's like, oh shit.
God damn.
I asked if I could help her and she nodded. I reached behind and unhooked her bra. Her breasts didn't even drop. They were that perky. I've never seen that before. Sir, get off of Reddit now.
Yeah, bro needs to go in the Pornhub com.
Oh no. She then mounted me and started to grind on my hardening bulge.
Oh.
This brought back my high school memories, but I was now in my 30s. Oh my god. I didn't know protocol given. I was in Utah, but I told her I didn't have condoms with me. She said, "Can't have sex anyways, but we could soak." I kind of chuckled because I assumed this meant I assumed this meant me shooting a huge load all over her, and asked if she liked cum on her breast. She realized I had no idea what she meant, and she told me there's a technicality where Mormons can penetrate but just can't thrust. I had to take advantage, as I don't think I'd ever have a chance with someone with as tight a body as hers ever again, so we both stripped. Then she saw my dick and she stopped in her tracks. She had that shocked look that I love when girls don't expect to see a hung Asian guy. She reached out and stroked it. I just kept saying, "Wow." She asked if I could slide it in her, but don't rock or thrust. I feel really wrong reading this right now. I was laughing
like a
at
really weird, like,
very descriptive.
racial 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. I was laughing at how absurd this was. She clearly had done this before as she laid down and lifted her legs. I got on top and saw how wet and tight her pussy lips were. I knew this would be a tight fit. I feel like I shouldn't read this anymore. It could like get us banned for porn. I slowly slid in. She arched her back. A third of the way in, she pushed back on me. She said to stop there. I told her I was barely in, and she said to give her a minute. I could feel her squeezing my dick with Kegels. I'd never felt anything like it. Then she told me to go another inch. When I slid, her whole body quivered. Her nipples were like pencil tips.
What the fuck? Pencil tips?
Pencil tips. The episode should be Soaking Pencil Tips and SeaWorld.
That's gonna be the clip title. Soaking and pencil tip nips.
After a few more minutes, she asked me to go another inch, and it repeated. We did this a few more times till I was almost all the way in. She was sweating in pleasure. She told me if I went all the way, she might come. I myself was on the verge of shooting a massive load, which is crazy. I had not even done one thrust.
No condom.
Then I slowly pushed the last bit in, and her eyes rolled back. Her whole body shook, and her pussy was spasming around my dick. This sent me over, and I quickly pulled out and unloaded all over her breasts and stomach. Over the next couple months, we repeated this a few more times on my trips to Provo, but my project ended, so did my Mormon experience. I don't think I'll ever experience anything like that again, but it was one of the weirdest and hottest experiences I've ever had.
I don't know why I thought that was going to end in him cream pieing her. Like, that's my wife now.
Somebody commented, legend. Asian to Asian bro, you are an absolute legend. I would love to fuck a Mormon girl. On Insta, they're always so hot. And volleyball players are super slender and hot. How big are you? This white girl told me that white girls are starting to find Asian guys hot. Probably K-pop and anime influences.
It's definitely anime.
And as an older Asian guy that never had a chance with white girls, I find this absolutely baffling.
That was some wild erotica we just listened to.
I feel really wrong for reading that.
God damn. This chick's a freak. They just want to fuck.
Oh no.
And they'll find like any. It's like a. I don't know if it's a Mormon thing, but whatever. It's like a. Oh, it doesn't count if we fuck through a sheet.
Am I the asshole for having a beer at lunch with my Mormon in-laws?
Yes.
Yeah. My wife's family are all Mormons. I was raised Catholic, but pretty much lost interest in my organized religions by the time I was 17. My wife is an ex-Mormon. This was incredibly contentious topic in her family. We avoid any talks of religion as my wife has made it clear to me she's willing to cut contact if they start trying to convert her back. I'll avoid saying anything too insightful to Mormons here, but the fact of the matter is that her family is just a bit bizarre. They take their faith way too seriously, acting far too self-righteous for their own good, and seem to take any criticism of Mormonism way too personally. The last point is really weird because they take the actions of others as personal slights against them. A good example of this is when her brother met my tattoo artist sister. My wife at the time was planning on getting a tattoo from her, something that's against Mormon beliefs. This caused a massive incident that my sister got dragged into despite not even knowing her family at all. This leads to what happened Monday. Her parents usually invite us out to eat 2 or 3 times a month. We met up Friday for lunch. I took half the afternoon off from work, and so I decided to order a beer. Mormons are firmly against alcohol. That's their choice, but I was raised Catholic, so drinking with meals was like a family tradition. We always pay for our own food when we go out, so I didn't think of anything of it. When I got my drink, I knew something was up. Both her parents kind of gave me the cold shoulder for the rest of lunch and left pretty quickly after they finished eating. I didn't think anything of it till I got a text from my father-in-law saying he's super disappointed I would disrespect them and their faith like that at lunch. I asked him what the hell he was on about, and he got kind of into it.
What do you want about?
That's
such a British thing to say.
I know. He didn't say, but inferred that I was intentionally trying to make them uncomfortable at lunch by ordering a beer. I told him that every action of someone who's not a Mormon takes is not meant specifically to attack their faith. and take his self-righteous attitude and shove it up his ass.
Damn.
We've been essentially ghosting her family since. They've been trying to stir the pot. My wife and I found what I said funny, but I thinking about it, wondering if it was actually disrespectful in the end. They did invite us out to lunch, and drinking may have been tone deaf on my part. I feel like they're still overreacting though. I'm not the asshole. If they don't want to drink, they don't have to. No reason for you not to drink if you want to. When they come to your house, do they drink to respect your beliefs in your house? It's a two-way street. Yeah.
True.
Mormon missionaries caught on video running away from a very gay dormant. A lesbian couple was left crying with laughter after seeing two missionaries react to their very gay welcome mat.
God damn. They approach the door and go, gay? And then immediately walk away.
So not today.
Oh, is that what that was? Oh my god. Hella funny. Yeah, dude, Mormons are cults in general. But yeah, fucking soaking and rocking the bed. Because, like, I've heard, like, those interviews where, like, people will talk about, like, soaking, but it's them also moving the bed. I'm like, you're just fucking.
Yeah.
You guys are just horny. That's all that is. Just fuck and be done with it. That one story, though, that chick got fucked so good she might have turned non-Mormon.
Yeah, she might leave the church for
Volleyball
him.
player, white girls.
That's really...
That dude was really into it.
He was, like, trying to relive his experience while writing that out. He's like, yeah, this is really going to do it for me.
This girl, the pencil tip.
He's like, hold on, let me get on my Wattpad real quick.
God damn.
Well, that's all I have to say.
That story was a little much. I
think
remember
it's...
what I was fucking looking at.
I think I have nothing else to say about this topic that we
What
got
is
into.
that guy ever posted again?
Let me
You
see.
still have it. See, it's hard to search soaking as a community and on Reddit, because literally everything's like soaking panties, soaking not safe for work, gone wild, pussy, and I for cum. Weird.
Oh, that's on subreddit.
And then
Slutty.
Cody, soaking up the Cody Co vibes. Yeah, that guy. I thought it was gonna end like, that's how I met your mother. God damn it.
Well, I have nothing else to say.
How do you feel about cults?
They're wild.
I feel like your take on these religious topics are more interesting than mine, because I could just be like, I don't get it. It doesn't. Everyone's wild. Everyone's a Bible thumper, but you're like, well, this is how I grew up, and like we might have similar ideas, but like you're fucking crazy. Ugh. So when are you gonna join a cult? You should like start your own, but like it's really weird. It's like sacrament, but like, or like communion, but instead of like alcohol or water, it's like McDonald's Sprite.
Dr. Pepper.
That'd be super on par with you.
It's just two members, me and Lindsay.
It's literally anyone who likes Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper and Slim Jims. Speaking of Slim Jims, you want to hear something that Caitlin texted me the other day?
No. I remember Snapchat. I remember Caitlin putting our like little friend group chat that she had like a Slim Jim in her back pocket. I'm like, you're starting to look like Zoe now.
Caitlin was texting me on Wednesday. I asked Hayden to get me a Slim Jim before we go out, and he got me the off-brand one. So I threw half of it out the window when he wasn't looking.
First of all, that's littering. Caitlin, go fuck yourself. Second of all, that's just rude.
I said, how disrespectful of him. And she goes, oh, I know, right? I think I need Jesus.
Yeah. She threw it out the window. She could have just said, I don't like this. There's no, like, nonchalant way of throwing something out of a car window.
I just imagine her being so pissy about getting the wrong Slim Jim. And just,
Zoe and I have this friend named Caitlin who refuses to come on the podcast. And I only want her to come on because she's got, like, the most... How would you describe her? Someone with autism? She's convinced she's autistic.
She also was told she's off-putting.
Oh, she's definitely off-putting. That's to put it lightly. But her brain is just so interesting, to say the least.
Sometimes she just says things and it's like, what the fuck? Like one time, I remember there was a situation with one of our friends and something happened and somebody stole something or whatever. And Caitlin was like, yeah, I mean, like if when Zoe was house sitting my cats, like if she were to steal one of my cats, I'd be freaking pissed. And it was like
you're not making the situation any better, Caitlin. You're like, she's trying to help, but she just says the most out-of-pocket shit that, like, just leaves everyone, like, stopped in the tracks just looking at her and go, huh? What the fuck just came out of your mouth, lady?
I want to see this screenshot I found the other day. That's really funny.
She's also Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was going to say, she's also that person that's like, she's like, yeah, let's go out to bars, let's go out, drink, and have fun, and yada, yada, yada. And then we're there for, like, 20, 30 minutes, and, like, she's burnt out and, like, doesn't want to be there anymore, but doesn't tell anyone, and just, like, orders an Uber, and then 15 minutes after that goes, all right, I'm leaving. Like, you wanted to go out. You drugged me out here. Now you're just like, I wish you goodbye. You fucking dick.
It's so funny. There was one time she was talking to this guy. She was
Oh.
She was super into this guy that I went to high school with. Loser. Life loser. And I can't, like, we were trying to tell her, like, not worth it.
Not just trying to tell her. We were threatening her if you were going after him, like, we would punch you in the throat type shit.
It was bad. And so...
And she was just being a dumb bitch that just wanted it just because she knew she shouldn't.
And then a couple months later after that, I can't remember the context, but we were talking in our group chat, and I was like, yeah, these are the kinds of guys that Caitlin's into, and it was the no regrets.
The guy from Meet the Millers.
No regrets.
And
she goes, Zoe, it was one time.
Never going to let that down in my life.
I'm going to look at my group chat and see if there's anything.
I'm going to ruin her wedding by bringing him up in my speech.
I'm going to see if I have saved anything that she's said that's just like, what?
It's funny. Isn't it funny how that works? Where it's like people in the moment while you're experiencing it with them, they're so head ass about someone who everyone in their life tells them they're not good. And then now, this video is weird. It's just stupid.
What? The way that she...
Yeah,
so dumb.
she said that in the other group chat hour, the one I'm in, and like everyone's laughing. I'm like, I don't get it. Yeah, I've offered money for Caitlin to come on and talk to me for an hour. I'm like, it's not in front of everyone. It's just a couple cameras. She's like, I don't want to. I'm like, I just want to pick your little blonde brain of yours. Because, like, some of the shit she says is just so indescribably weird.
Okay, this is something I said in the group chat. Said, anytime a man does something wrong, or I said man is mean, Caitlin, you're hotter anyways. It's her own defense all the time.
It's a really good picture of her. Going to dinner day like this. I have some
interview over Caitlin, lipstick off.
That's literally she's like, she always Snapchats me and texts me like right before she goes on an interview. I had a mimosa unblocked. Look at that now. They're together.
Yeah, her boyfriend now.
Now she's trying to move into his house. That's a really good side by side. Was that you first or her?
It's me first, I think. Just got home and Gene was outside. He made friends with another cat, but I made him come in and he hit me so hard in my head that my head is throbbing.
You hit her in the head?
Yeah.
That's hella funny.
The one time that she was trying to break in her heels.
Why? Oh my god, that sucks. Yeah, dude, Caitlin is just, love her, but some of this shit, I remember that. Green lipstick. I think it was St. Patty's Day. Looked atrocious. I said, it looked like you just sucked off a leprechaun. Or an Oompa Loompa, either or.
One time she was saying how Mackenzie like went on a date and somebody went on a date and then she was like, yeah, I paid for this, and Caitlin was like, red flag.
That Mackenzie paid or that the dude paid?
Caitlin said that it's a red flag that the dude let Mackenzie pay for like one thing. It was like instantly.
But Caitlin's such like a like I want to be taken care of type chick. I don't want to have to work a day in my life. I want everything paid for. She's such a non-contributor.
Caitlin, I'm so embarrassing. Why did y'all let me sing this loud in front of people? $16 and the 30. Or like shit like this. All right, girls, we're doing shrooms tonight.
Oh, I got that.
So stupid.
Yeah, she's sometimes Caitlin says things I go, I think she needs to be put down.
I'm trying to find if there's.
I'll show you all the ones I have saved in our chat with her and I after this. All right, let's wrap it up. Any last words?
Brush your teeth.
Get out of the Mormon church.
Don't join cults.
If you're going to soak and shake it just called fucking, you're sinning. Fucking is also not sinning, really. Just
free the
fuck.
whales. Free the whales.
Free the whales. Free any captivated animal.
Brush your teeth.
Brush your teeth. Don't drink and drive. Very important.
You do that.
I've never done that in my life. I've never been over the limit and in the car. Behind the wheel. In my life. Let the record show. It's never happened.
That's a fucking lie. Gotta
If
go.
you look at the court report, you could see. Never happened. Like and subscribe. Thank you for joining. Goodbye forever.